Welcome back, all my 40K fanatics out there. I'm DJ here with Tim's Nation, and the day is here. We're debuting the new World Eaters, finally on the channel. So the World Eaters have been out there for a bit. We've seen a lot from Codex reviews, different battle reports and everything. Now it's our turn, and today I'm going to be featuring the Daemonkin. Now, I got to apologize. This army is very ragtag for me. Compared to Lane's beautifully painted Death Guard, my army came together in the 11th hour. A lot of miniatures that I had to hunt, search down, and find these things because just chaos stuff for some reason is so difficult to find. But we were able to get the whole army built. So this will be a nice before and after because I do plan on actually putting a lot of more work into this. There is a possibility this could be a competitive list. I talked about the GT that I'm going to. Right now, Necrons, I'm feeling the Necrons. I'm feeling like Necrons are the way to go. With Necrons and Grey Knights, I have two lists that I consider competitive that are right there. Necron's a little bit higher, but now you got the World Eaters coming in the forefront, and I really like this detachment, and I think it could play a lot to my strengths in Warhammer. So I went and searched out and found everything I needed for this army. So this is the first draft, first build. And like I said, a lot of these miniatures came together in the 11th hour. So it's ugly looking right now. So it'll be just, we'll say this is the before picture. And the next time on the channel, you get to see this all put together and all cleaned up is the after with everything painted, all the little gizmos and gadgets in place and making it happen. All right, let's go take a look at what I'm going to be playing against Lane here today. Like I said, this is my World Eaters Daemonkin Detachment. So the Daemonkin Detachment runs on the Blood Tithe system, which basically every time I destroy a unit, I roll a 3-up, and I get a point if I successfully roll that 3-up. Those points could be spent on abilities that the army can have for the rest of the game. The primary two I'm looking at are 3 Blood Tithe points gives me Lance, or spending 4 can give me a 4-up invuln. I think it's going to be difficult to get both of those, but being able to get one of those, depending on the matchup, can be really, really strong. There is one for 2 that gives you a 5-up Feel No Pain versus Psychic and Mortal Wounds, which can be really good into those style matchups, especially considering it's for the entire army. And the ultimate at 5 is Blessings for your demon units, the Blood Legion units that don't normally get the Blessing of Khorne. That's a World Eater only thing. So that's for that. And then as well, the fact that you can take the Blood Legion units. This is the only way that you can take those Codex Demon, Index Demon units in the detachment in the army with your World Eater units. So let's jump over. First things first, World Eater units. We got 3 of the Forge Fiends. These guys are amazing. Their points are probably going to get changed to 150 points each is pretty cheap. And that rapid fire effect is awesome, being able to put down a lot of damage. Not much to say on these guys. I'm going to have to play them and give a better review on them later. But all in all, these guys at 18 inches, re-rolling hits, they can generate more shots than damage. I'm sorry, more shots than models that they're shooting into. Excellent for clearing out even some of the toughest infantry. And yeah, 3 ectoplasma cannons on each. Next up, we got Khorne Berserkers. I got a 10-man squad of Khorne Berserkers. These guys are going to be moving on my flank. We're looking at the fact they're 180 points. It's 150 for regular 8-bound. So we're just looking at the fact of more bodies, more wounds. Hopefully that will matter in a sense. Also, the Blood Surge. Pretty cool. If someone gets a little too close and wants to shoot at me, you can get up in their face. So can mess with people's game plans a little bit there. Next up, 3 2-man squads of Chaos Spawn. Advance and Charge is an amazing gimmick with these guys, being very, very few things can now do it in this army. Oh, and these guys are just really, really squibbly. They have Scout Move. They have a Feel No Pain. They are World Eater units. They do get the Blessings. And these are an excellent target for like the Blood Letter Stratagem. At 80 points, they can zone out some areas. They're a unit that I can put on an objective marker to kind of let my Flesh Hound stay back for later turns of the game. So yeah, I do like these guys a lot. I think that they're surprisingly more vicious than what they seem, being just Chaos Spawns. So we're going to give them a try today. Again, they have that Scout Move of 8 inches, and Advance and Charge on a 10-inch move makes them really, really fast, really threatening, and be able to get on objectives and fight with cheaper, softer units and then take the objective, or just get on objectives and say you're going to have to come do something about this little 80-point unit and kind of show your head for things like the Forged Fiends. And then moving on to the last of the World Eater units, is our Demon Prince. This Demon Prince is going to have the enhancement to give him +1 strength and damage and an automatic blood tide point whenever he destroys a unit in combat. Super vicious, super strong. He also has the Lone Op ability when he's within 3 of a World Eater's unit, and the reducing CP by 1 aura because he doesn't lead a unit. Demon Princes out of World Eaters are amazing. Almost an auto-include to have at least one in there. He's a great engine, really, to make the army run. So looking forward to getting him on the table today. Now, I said we were done with World Eater units. We do have one more, but this kind of segues over into our demons because we have a Juggernaut Khorne Lord leading 6 Blood Crushers. So the Juggernaut Lord has enhancement that allows him to lead the Blood Crushers, and this will now allow that unit to go through walls as if they were infantry or beasts. Very, very useful for these big boys and big bases. 10-inch move on them. And also, until this gets FAQ'd at this current time, the Khorne Juggernaut Lord has blessings. So this squad will be able to use the blessings for things like Advance and Charge, or the 6-inch Pilot and Consolidate, or all the other blessings. So great asset there, great utility. Look forward to seeing all the tricks that we can do with them today, especially because the Blood Crushers have that really strong impact damage, where theirs is not based on how many models are in engagement, just how many models are in the unit for big, big impact damage. As mentioned, we have 2 10-man squads of the Bloodletters. These guys are basically an auto-include with this attachment because of the stratagem that whenever a unit is destroyed, you can put these guys wholly within 9 inches of the last model removed. Excellent, excellent resource, excellent tool. There's a lot. I could seriously make an entire video just talking about this strat and how many different ways to do this and utilize this. I won't today, maybe in the future, because there could be some very fun and funny interactions with it. But for right now, we're just going to say, let's see how these guys come in and how we use this stratagem. And we'll see if we get any very unique situations out of it, because there is a vast amount of ways. Otherwise, they're only OC1, 2 attacks apiece, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. Lance on these guys would be really good, really, really strong. But yeah, their big thing is that ability to use that stratagem and just appear wherever a unit is destroyed, friend or foe. Next up, we got 5 of the Flesh Hounds. These are our up-down unit. They're 2 wounds apiece. They do get a 3-up Feel No Pain versus psychic attacks, which is really cool and interesting. But they are our up-down unit that can do that multiple times per game. Now, with the spawn, I'll probably let these guys zone out my backfield a little more and then pick them up later, because I feel like late-game threat with these guys in the up-down, I can score a lot of points and utilize them more being a 5-man. There's also a strat that allows me to reanimate D3 models in a unit. I'm sorry, it allows me to reanimate models in a unit based on what the unit type is. And for beasts, it's D3, so I can bring quite a few of them back. It's D6 for the Bloodletters and a single model for the Blood Crushers. But I feel like that's also a good target. These guys to be able to, oh, you chip 2 or 3 away. Cool, I can bring 2 or 3 back, or maybe 1. And last, here he is, the big boy, the champion of the World Eaters in some ways, Skarbrand. Skarbrand is just super mean. He is just Bloodthirster plus. Like, him and the Bloodthirster are equal points and equal point cost until you put an enhancement on the Bloodthirster, but he just has everything a little bit better. The only thing the Bloodthirster hasn't beaten is that 2 inches of extra move. And I mean, you could say some of the range options are a little better, but if I'm taking a Bloodthirster, I'm not really thinking too much about the range. I'm thinking about the combat. In combat aspect, the Skarbrand just hasn't beaten every column going down the field. Bonus attacks, bonus attack aura, higher strength, higher damage, right off rip. I mean, yes, the Bloodthirster has D6 plus 2 on a swing. We're just going to hit you with the flat 6 and take out the chances. Advance and Charge is a huge, huge mechanic to be able to have on this dude, especially with how big and bulky he is. Skarbrand, he's a superhero, and we are going to see if the champion can make it happen today. So that's the list. I wish I could say, oh, this is going to do this is going to do that. But this is going to be my first time playing this. And in the later videos, I'll be able to say more like, okay, this is how this felt. This is what I think with that. But everything is going to be so much of a theory right now. It's really hard to speculate on it. The Bloodletter strat is super cool. It's going to be very interesting to see where and how that plays out going into the Death Guard. And that's another big thing, is that with the Daemonkin, it really has the capability of shifting up the game depending on what army it's facing off against. So it's going to be interesting to see with the Death Guard and what decisions I make during the game and how I play this thing. So basically, at this point, I would kind of talk more about what I think these units are going to do and how they're going to function. But instead, I want everyone out there to do it, especially all the World Eater fans. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think about some of the units that I'm running? The theories I have behind some of the small theories I've said, or what you guys have felt in your experiences with those units that work very well, maybe into Death Guard or into just other armies, maybe some things that you've run into that are total walls and you're like, hey, keep this in mind. So I want to open that up in the comment section, guys. Let me know, please. You are my resource to figuring out this army and seeing if I want to bring this competitively, because I got the Forge Fiends. That was the biggest part of this whole thing. That was the biggest teetering point on if I could consider taking this to that GT I'm talking about, was if I got the Forge Fiends, and I was able to get 3 of them, and definitely in the 11th hour. I got them right there, had them dropped off, and built one in like an hour and 15 minutes just to be able to get it ready for this battle report. All right, that's everything. Wish me luck into the Death Guard. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.